Today I'm at the quilt show that we have in the Wellness Center in Mound Ridge. We're celebrating a century of Mennonite quilts, which is part of the Swiss Mennonite Cultural and Heritage Association's 150th anniversary. Just as farming, cooking, family relationships, and worship were all part of Mennonite life that we are remembering in our celebration of the 150th anniversary of the Swiss Volhynian Mennonites coming to America, so too was quilt making. Quilts were made primarily for warmth, necessary for the cold winter nights in houses that were scantily heated, with fireplaces or a single stove located at a distance from the bedrooms. But there were many other reasons a quilt was made. As a gift to celebrate a wedding, an anniversary, a graduation, or a special birthday. To use up scraps left over from sewing for a family. For a bride-to-be, to begin the supply of items necessary in setting up a new household. As a decoration to adorn a bed or wall. And perhaps, very often, as a form of artistic expression where few others were available. Women were resourceful in finding the materials needed to sew a quilt. Most often it was the scraps left over from sewing for the family, but also other sources. Flour or feed sacks, parts of worn-out clothes that still had good cloth, even strips of fabric from a sample book for curtains or upholstery or men's suits. Whatever source they had for material that fit their design. Modern quilts are often made with new purchased fabric. And they use different methods, piecing together fabrics by hand at first, and then by treadle and eventually electric and programmable machines, appliquing pieces of fabric onto backgrounds to form a design or picture, embroidery to enhance a design or form its own picture, intricate quilting designs on single pieces of fabric to make whole cloth quilts, and finally pieces of heavier fabric sewn helter-skelter onto a background adorned with beautiful stitching to make a crazy quilt. With the fabrics available and the skills learned, the possibilities for beautiful and creative pieces of textile art were unlimited. Today we have quilts made for all of these reasons and representing all the decades from the 1920s to the present. We have enjoyed sharing this display of 110 years of Mennonite quilts, representing the many, many hours of work the women put into this art throughout their years.